Today I decided to use the site Google Trends to compare the different Total War titles against each other. And starting off in this one, I wanted, the 4 classical titles, Rome to Napoleon, just to see where these 4 stand. So yeah, as we can see here, Rome is in blue, red is Medieval 2, yellow is Empire, and this little green one down here is Napoleon. Yeah, it didn't get that much talk, although oddly people were talking about Napoleon Total War in 2004. So yeah, I think that's kind of interesting. Yeah, but Rome, clearly dominant here. People were talking about, that might be people hype for Medieval 1, probably. Probably Medieval 2, because Medieval 1 had been made. And then for some reason, Rome came back. Hold on, September 2013. Yes, September 2013. That was because of Rome 2. That's why that had a boom. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, but now I want to see it on the world map. Alright, so the greyed out ones are where there's not enough data. So overall, out of these 4 titles, Rome Total War is heavily dominant. Medieval 2 is surviving in Turkey, in Poland, China and Japan, but everywhere else is Rome. There's no mention at all of Empire or Napoleon. Wow, that's actually quite surprising how dominant Rome is out of these 4. Alright, and the place where Rome is the most dominant is Iran. Out of these 4 anyway. Wow, that's interesting. Of course, this is all percentage based though. Anyway, let's start to add in some more titles. Oh, sadly we are limited to 5 it seems. Ah well. Alright, but checking out the map again, it still does favour Rome. Like, of course, Shogun 2 is popular in Japan, a bit in Indonesia, a bit in Vietnam, a bit in Thailand, but that's it, it's still all Rome. Okay, for some reason, Rome 2 Total War does not actually seem to exist. It can't calculate it for some reason. That's how bad it is, everybody. That's how bad it is. Alright, let's just... Yeah, we just have to go for search term then. But yeah, same again. Rome 2 and Attila, they don't even touch the map. Okay, but let us see how a Total War Warhammer 2 can stand up here. Let's take a look. So, interestingly, there's talk of a Total War Warhammer 2 all the way back in 2006. Now that is interesting, and it does have its peaks, but not really that many for some odd reason. It's still clearly like the most dominant now, but it doesn't have the explosion that all the others have. Maybe I guess the internet is used differently these days. Okay, but let us see the map. And yeah, this does tell a lot. So, the yellow one is Total War Warhammer 2. And as you can clearly see, it's in a lot of Western Europe, Australia, a bit in South Africa, and of course in the Americas. It's more, from the way I see it, it's more in the wealthier countries, isn't it? Yeah, sort of. With a few exceptions here and there, but for the most part, yeah. Which does make sense given how much the DLC ends up costing, but... But yeah, I still find it interesting, looking at all of these titles here, how highly valued Rome still is. Like, Belgium, the Netherlands, Russia, India, most of South America, Egypt, these people here still talk about Rome. That is beautiful. When it comes to percentages, Warhammer 2 is the most dominant in Denmark, and then Sweden, and then Norway. Well, then again, it's a game about dragons. Maybe the Scandinavians feel a lot at home. Maybe that's it. Alright, well, we might as well remove Attila because that's not showing up anywhere. And let's get in 3 kingdoms. And it's dead, apparently. Yeah, for some... Oh, world betrayed. Hold on a minute. Oh, for some reason you don't seem just able to get 3 kingdoms. Ah, alright, there we go. I think we finally got it. For some reason it was only giving us the DLC. But here we go. Alright, now that does make a bit more sense, but still, it doesn't appear anywhere on the map. And it's most popular in Taiwan. Yeah, Hong Kong down here. And then South Korea, Vietnam, Malaysia, sort of as we sort of expected. And if we were to just zoom in on the United States itself, they're all Warhammer fans, apart from South Dakota here. They like Rome, good for them, although it's not much of a majority, is it? However, if we were to remove Warhammer out of the picture, again, it's all Rome. Medieval 2 has quite a lot of numbers, like, it's in the 25%, 30%, it is competing, but that's about it. It's still Rome that is dominant. Alright, looking at the United Kingdom now, yep, that's all Rome, but I'm guessing if we put Warhammer in here, I think it would... Yeah, then it all switches over to Warhammer 2. Yeah, you cannot deny its popularity. You might not like it, but you cannot deny it's popular. Oh, poor little Attila right there. How is Thrones of Britannia going to look? Non-existent. Where is Thrones most popular? In the United Kingdom, it holds 2% of the talk there. Oh, poor Thrones. I put Napoleon in here and then went to just France, thinking maybe there might be something, but nah. It's Medieval 2 up here, but the rest is Rome. Of course, not including Warhammer 2. And then we bring Warhammer 2 in, and yeah, it all falls apart. Okay, but if we were to zoom in onto Russia, we don't get the full data, there's some areas missing, but everybody's a Rome fan, apart from Moscow, who prefer Warhammer 2. Okay, so I decided to now have a bit of a battle of the losers. I don't like calling them losers though. We've got Empire, Napoleon, Thrones, Troy and Attila. I did love Attila, I love Napoleon. Empire, I didn't get a chance to give it a real go. But yeah, I don't want to call them losers, but in the community's eyes, that's where they are. They are the failed titles. Right, so Empire, they hold the peak. Right, Napoleon got a bit of traction here, but still Empire was always above. Then a little bit for Attila. And then little Total War Saga Troy down here. And then Thrones, I can just see them there. A little yellow lump right there. Alright, the map is always my favourite bit. It's Empire. Everybody loves Empire, apart from Iran, who, for some reason, want to play Attila. Troy is most popular in Bulgaria, which is, I think, the country where it was developed. Yeah, interesting, although still does not hold a majority there. And Empire just dominates in the Americas. You know what, I'm gonna remove Empire, it's too powerful. Empire is too OP. There we go. It's Attila. Attila and Napoleon. A very interesting divide here. Wow, that's interesting, I like that. In Britain, Napoleon is popular in England, but the other places, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, they like their Attila. Ooh. Yep, France, now it's all Napoleon. But still, Attila's popular in France. Let's see what the Russians think. It's all Attila in Russia. Right, the final one now, we've got to check out the world map. for these four right here. Who's gonna get it? This is going to be... Oh, I was expecting a little bit more chaos than that, but yeah, it's all between Napoleon and Attila. Thrones and Troy, not mentioned at all. So yeah, it is a very East versus West sort of thing, with a few exceptions. But yeah, anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this little video here. Leave a like if you did, it does really help me out. Subscribe to get notified of more just general interesting stuff about Total War. Don't take this video too seriously, it's all done for fun. This video was inspired by Drew Darnell, check him out, he did something similar, but I think for cities. But yeah, anyway, I have been MELKOR, subscribe for more, and I hope to see you in the next one, tomorrow's video. But for now, goodbye.